What is going on, guys? Bringing you a brand new video today. I'm going to be talking about the Cavani racial slur or racial incident, the post that he had on Instagram and what I think of it. First of all, let me just say that I don't really think he meant it in a malicious way. Obviously, it's very, very stupid to use the N-word. It's like I always say to my friends, if you walk into a room full of black people and you use the word monkey, it's probably not going to end well, you know? Like a monkey, the word monkey inherently is not a racist word. But when you put it in context of the people you're dealing with and all the undertones in society nowadays especially, it's going to come across a certain way. And that's the most important thing. So that's where I want to start with this topic. We live in a time and an age where what you say and how people perceive it is a lot more important than what your intentions were. And I think that's true of everything. And you have a lot of content creators who try deny or divert themselves of the responsibility. You know, they basically try push it away from them. And it's like, if you're a content creator, you are responsible for the impact, the emotions, as well as everything else, the effects that your video have on the viewer. Of course there is a line. Of course at some point the viewer has to take responsibility for how they interpret the message. But the point is, you shouldn't be using the N-word to, show a friendly gesture to someone. It's not a good idea, especially not in 2020. You get what I'm saying? So with Cavani, I think it was really silly. I'm not even upset. I'm not even angry. I'm really just disappointed. Because you guys know, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, that I was not a fan of the Cavani signing. I did not think he was the right profile of player to come to Manchester United, but this has nothing to do with it. He's a Manchester United player now, and I back him, as such, and I believe in him. And I think that, obviously none of us know these footballers personally, and I can't say I followed Cavani or idolized him. There was a period in time where I did like him, using him in FIFA, but that was just about it. I was never a huge Cavani fanboy, so it would be easy for me to sit here and say, he's an asshole, he should be banned, yada, 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 yada. But I'm not going to do that because I don't think that solves anything. I think he has the mental capacity to learn from this mistake and realize what he has done. And this is just another sign, especially in the UK, that diversity is needed. Diversity at the highest level is needed. That doesn't mean just having black players represent teams, because obviously the most talented players, for the most part, will succeed regardless of the color of their skin nowadays. But there's racial problems and systemic racial issues elsewhere in football. I mean, we saw it in the UK with one of the guys in the FA. I don't know what his name is now, but he recently lost his job because of a racial slur he made, and a homophobic slur as well, saying that basically being gay is a lifestyle, which you can't say that. Forget the fact that it's 2020. You just can't say things like that and expect it to go down well. So yeah, I think things like this are a sign of the times. They're a sign that a lot of things still need to change, and a perception on black people, and people of color in general is still resulting in a lot of prejudice. And I'm not saying Cavani meant it in that way, obviously, as I began the video with. I don't think Cavani meant it in that way, but by using that word, he basically makes it okay. He basically makes it seem like it's fine. And there's a certain portion of the population that actually think Cavani did nothing wrong, because in his country it's okay. It's not okay. Just because something's okay in your country doesn't mean you can just go around the world and do it on the premise that it was okay in your country. It's not your country. You're in another country. You're in another environment. You have to respect that environment and realize that your words actually have impact. So that's really all I have to say with regards to the racial slur itself. What do I think should happen in terms of punishment? I don't know. I think some sort of sensitivity training is in order. Like, whoever made that post, whether it's someone who's running a social media account, whether it's him directly who told that person to post and use that word specifically, somebody needs to be held accountable, and somebody needs to go for sensitivity training and get told that certain words are just not right to use, even if they're in another language. You just can't say that, And I hope he has a long, hard look in the mirror and realizes that it just ain't okay. It just ain't okay. Because I can guarantee you, a lot of these men, as soon as the cameras are gone and as soon as, there's no one around, they let it loose. They let it fly. And their black friends, or whichever friends are comfortable with it, aren't helping the situation, because things like this are easily preventable. But when you allow it to happen behind closed doors, eventually at some point it's bound to slip out, in my opinion. So yeah, Nothing more to say about that, man. As I said, I don't think Cavani meant it in a malicious way, but just because your intentions weren't malicious doesn't mean the impact of what you said won't be drastic. So yeah, let's see what happens with that, man. And yeah, otherwise, I hope he starts in the PSG game. I hope he plays well. I hope he bounces back. I hope he shows that, this is not going to affect him mentally going forward. And I hope we can all put this behind us. And I hope this can be a lesson to the wider football community and the wider the wider scope of players, man. Like, this shit is not okay. If you haven't seen the post, I'm sure you can find it somewhere. I'm not gonna give that post a light of day on this channel, even though we have a very small platform. I'm just not gonna give it that, so yeah. Anyways, hope you did enjoy that. Peace out. This is your boy Triple M checking out. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Do subscribe if you are new, and yeah, check you in the next one.